Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 5, UmaSamhita, Chapter 18, 7 Continents in the Shiva PURAN. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sanat Kumara said, I shall explain the Bharata Varsa, south of the Himalaya mountain and north of the ocean in the land of Bharata. O great sage, its extent is 9,000 yojanas. This is the land of sacred rites for attaining heaven and salvation. So say the wise people. Heaven and hell are attained by men from here only. I shall mention 9 subdivisions of the Bharata Varsa to you. Indrad Yumna, Kasiru, Tamravarna, Gabhastimat, Nagadvipa, Somya, Gandharva, Varuna, and the 9th is the subcontinent Saghara Sambratha. This subcontinent lies north to south, extending to 1,000 yojanas. To the east of Bharata live the Kiratas, to the south the Yavanas, to the west Kasas, and to the north the ascetics. In the middle live the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras, maintaining themselves by sacrifices, battles, merchandise, merchandise, and service. There are 7 Kula Parvatas, viz. Mahindra, Malaya, Shaya, Sudhama, Raksa Parvata, Vindhya, and Pariyatra. O sage, Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, and other things issue from Pariyatra. They dispel all sins. It should be known by their very sight or touch. The great rivers issuing from Vindhya are 7, such as Narmada, Surasa, etc., and thousands of smaller ones are all auspicious. They quell all sins. Godavari, Bhimarati, Tapi, and other important rivers issue from the mountain Riksa. They dispel fear of sins immediately. The rivers Krishna, Vini, and others issue from Saya, Kritamala, Tamraparni, and others issue from Malaya. Triyama, Risikulya, and others issue from Mahindra, Risikulya, Kumari, and others issue from Suktimat. Many territories, countries are situated in their basins. People drink from these rivers as well as from other lakes. O great sage, all the 4 yugas, Krita, and others are followed in Bharata and not in the other dvipas. Charitable gifts are offered here by meritorious sacrifices. Ascetics perform penances strenuously for the attainment of better worlds. O great sage, it is so because this is the land of sacred rites in the Jambudvipa. Here too, Bharata is the most excellent. The others are lands of pleasure. O excellent sage, after 1,000 births, rarely does a man get birth as a human being here, and that too due to hoarded merits. It is said that the gods sing songs like this. It is only the blessed who are able to live in the land of Bharata, which is the pathway leading to heaven and salvation. They are born as men there. After getting human birth once in a way and sporting about in the great soul form of Shiva, I shall attain the fruits of all sacred rites in that form. Only blessed human beings derive this pleasure. They are happy and their minds are interested in sacred rites. Those who take birth in Bharata have two gains of attaining heaven and salvation. This Jambudvipa extends to 100,000 yojanas, including all its internal zones. It is well surrounded by the salt ocean. The continent of Plaksa is glorified as surrounding the briny sea, extending to 100,000 yojanas. O Brahmin, the Dvipa is twice that in extent. The 7 Varasa mountains are Gomanta, Chandra, Narda, Dhardura, Somaka, Sumanas, and Vaibraja. Vaibraja. On these beautiful Varasa mountains, all the subjects, gods, Gandharvas, etc. live together forever. There the life expectation for men is 10,000 years. Neither physical sickness, nor worries, nor agonies torment the people anywhere there. The 7 holy rivers here are Anuttapta, Sikhi, Papagini, Tridhiva, Kripa, Amrita, and Sukrata. Insignificant rivers and mountains are there in thousands. The people in the countries are delighted in drinking the waters of these rivers. In all the 7 subdivisions, in it there is no differentiation among the various yogas. O great sage, the time there is on a par with Treta Yoga forever. O excellent sage, there are Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras there. In its middle, there is a big tree like the celestial Kalpa tree. That tree is called Plaksa, and hence, O excellent Brahmin, the continent is called Plaksa Dvipa. Lord Shiva, the benefactor of the worlds, perform a sacrifice there. Lord Vishnu and Brahma too perform worships here with Vedic mantras and tantras. Now listen again to the description of Salmali in brief. There are 7 Upvarasas, subcontinents there too. Please listen to their names. They are Sweta, Harita, Jemuta, Rohita, Vaikala, Manasa, and Suprabha, the 7th one. The continent is called Salmali because of the Salmala tree. It is always surrounded by the ocean, twice extensive as it. The rivers indicate the Varasas significantly. Listen to their names. They are Sukla, Rakta, Hiranya, Chandra, Subhra, Vimochana, and the Nivriti. All these have cool sacred waters. All the 7 Varasas contain people of the 4 castes. They worship Lord Shiva always with various kinds of sacrifices. In this beautiful place, the gods are always present. This Dvipa is surrounded by the ocean of wine. The ocean of wine is twice as much as the Salmali Dvipa. Kusa Dvipa is all round it externally. Dechas and Danavas live there along with human beings. So also the gods, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Kimpurusas, and others too. There also the castes are devoted to their respective duties and conduct. People in Kusa Dvipa worship Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, the bestower of the fruits of all desires. The 7 mountains are Kusisaya, Hari, Dhyutimat, Puspavat, Mani Dhruma, Hema Selya and Mandarachala. The rivers are 7. Listen to their names factually. Dhuta Papa, Shiva, the holy Samiti, Vidya, Dhamba, Mahi and Alpa. These quell all sins. There are thousands of other rivers of auspicious waters and golden sands. In the Kusadvipa, the main plant is the stump of Kusa grass. It is surrounded by the ocean of clarified butter. O fortunate one, listen to the description of Krauncha Dvipa, the other great continent. It is surrounded by the ocean of curds and whey twice as large. O intelligent one, listen to the names of the Varasa mountains. They are Krauncha, Vamana, Andaka Raka, Divavriti, Manas, Pundarika and Dhundhubi. The subjects live on these Varasa mountains, which are very beautiful and golden. Free from terror, they are accompanied by their friends and the gods. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras live there in their due order. There are 7 great rivers and thousands of other small rivers there. They are Gauri, Kumudvati, Sandhya, Rasi, Manojava, Santi and Pundarika, and they make others drink their holy water. The Lord in the form of Yoga Rudra is worshipped there. The ocean of curds and whey is surrounded by Sakadvipa, twice as large. The mountains are 7. Listen to their names for me. The east is the mountain Udayagiri. In the south is the mountain Jaladhara. The Astagiri is in the west and Avikisa in the north. The great tree is Saka there, worshipped by Siddhas and Gandharvas. The countries are very sacred, populated by the people of all the 4 castes. The rivers too are very holy, dispelling all terror due to sins. They are Sukamari, Kumari, Nalini, Vinuka, Iksu, Renuka and Ghabasti. O great sage, there are thousands of small rivers there. The mountains too are in hundreds and thousands. There is no question of loss of virtue in them. Men come here from heaven to those Varsas on the earth and sport about with one another. In the Sakadvipa, the sun is lovingly worshipped by the people of all countries, pious in mind and activities as mentioned before. It is surrounded on all sides by the milk ocean, twice as large. O Vyasa, the milk ocean is surrounded by Puskara, continent twice as large. Trigri at Varasatiri is famous by the name Manasa. It is 5,000 yojanas in height. There is a great ring round it, 500,000 yojanas in length. The Puskara Dvipa ring divides it into 2. The Dvipa and the Varasas are of similar shapes, namely gyrated. Men live there up to 10,000 years. They are free from ailment. They are not unhappy. They are devoid of passion and hatred. Evil is never approved of by them, O sage, nor do they imprison or kill anyone. There is neither truth or lie there. It is always night there. Men are of equal dress and features, all being gold complexioned. This Varsa, O sage, is Bhauma, which is like a heaven on this earth, and the life herein is pleasing to all, free from old age and sickness. O great sage, in the Dhataki Khanda and the Mahavita, in the Puskaradvipa, the holy fig tree, is the excellent abode of Brahma. Brahma resides there, worshipped by gods and asuras. Puskara is surrounded by the ocean of sweet water. Thus the 7 continents are surrounded by 7 oceans, each twice as large as the one within. The speciality of the oceans is mentioned thus: the water is always equal in quantity, it is never reduced. O excellent sage, if the water kept in a pot is heated, it goes up. Similarly, when the moon rises, the water of the ocean rises up. At the time of rising and setting of the moon, waters flow and ebb. Hence, in the bright and dark halves, the water vary in quantity. They increase and decrease. O great sage, the increase and decrease of the waters of the oceans are seen hundreds and thousands of times. This has been mentioned to you. All the people in the Puskara Dvipa, O Brahmin, take as food sugar candy, which appears there by itself forever. Beyond that, there is no living beings. The land is golden and devoid of living creatures. Beyond that is the mountain Loka. It is 1,000 yojanas in height and an equal number of yojanas in extent. O great sage, therefore, along with this universe, the earth is 50 crores of yojanas in extent, inclusive of all the continents and mountains. This world is the support in due course of all living beings. It has more attributes than all other elements have. Footnotes. (256) Kirata, a Himalayan tribe, is placed in the east. Yavanas, identified with the Indo-Greeks, never lived in the south, but they are placed there. Khasas, identified with the modern Khakas, live about Kashmir, which in fact is not exactly to the west of Bharata. The identification of the Tapasas place in the north is quite uncertain. 260 Mount Sudhaman is placed in the Punjab on the Vipasa Bias River. 261 Mount Riksabhat is associated with the central part of the Narmada Valley, of which Mahesmati Mandatha in the Nimar district of Madhya Pradesh, Maheswara in the former Indore state, according to some, was the most important city, and Dasarna, a notable river. 265, the source of the Surasa, a river of the Narmada group, is actually the Riksavat and not the Vindhya. Sirkar. 267. It is identical with modern Bhima, a tributary of the river Krishna. 268. It is identical with the modern Tapti, the celebrated river that flows into the Western Sea. 269. Krishna Vini is identical with the Krishna River. 270. It is identical with the modern Vaigai running past Madurai. 271. It is identical with the modern Tambrabhari which combines its stream with the Chitar in the Tirunelveli district of Madras. (272) Triyama or Trisama, not identified. 273. Risikulia, still bearing its ancient name, flows into the Bay of Bengal near Berhampur on the Southeast Railway in the Ganjam district of Orissa. 274. The other Risikulia is identified with the coal in Chota Nagpur. 275. Ray Chaudhuri identifies Kumari with the river of the same name in the Manbhum district in South Bihar. The identification is quite probable in view of the plausibility of his identification of the Kula Parvata called Suktimat with the hills of eastern India extending from Chhattisgarh to the Santhal Parganas. 276. The name of the Suktimat is preserved in that of the Shakti Hills in Raighar, Madhya Pradesh, and possibly in that of the Suktel River, which joins Mahanadi River, Sonepur in Orissa. The name Suktimat was probably applied to the chain of hills that extends from Sakti in Raighar to the Dalma Hills in Manbhum, drained by the Kumari, and perhaps even to the hills in Santal Parganas, washed by the affluents of the Babla. 277. It refers to the Salt Sea, placed to the west of Bharata. 278. It has been identified with the basin of the Mediterranean. It derives its name from the fig trees growing abundantly on its soil. 279. It is identical with the tropical part of Africa bordering the Indian Ocean in the east. 280. It corresponds to Iran, Iraq, and the fringing lands of the hot desert. 281. It is represented by the basin of the Black Sea. 282. It can be identified with Malaya, Siam, Indochina, and southern China. 282. It is identical with Japan, Manchuria, and the southeastern Siberia. The Milky Ocean enclosed by this Dvipa is the Sea of Japan. And here ends today's reading of the Shiv Puran. Hari Om Tat Sat.